Listen, stop whatever you're doing, because what I'm about to tell you is the kind of digital earthquake that makes your phone overheat, your charger spark, and your neighbors press their ears to the wall. Like, wait, Tamar did what? The internet is in full meltdown mode right now because, apparently, allegedly, supposedly, maybe depending on which messy cousin you asked, Towanda Braxton might have just accidentally leaked something she had absolutely no business touching. A DNA report connected to Ashley. And baby, the way Tamar reacted? She didn't just go off, she detonated like a season final twist written by a sleep-deprived producer with nothing left to lose. People are calling this the biggest Braxton family bombshell since the invention of reality TV. And the questions are spiraling out of control. Why was Towanda anywhere near DNA paperwork? Why is Ashley suddenly trending in every corner of the internet? And why is the timeline screaming, wait, is Tamar the mother? Whether it's a genuine scandal, a misunderstood document, or the wildest rumor the internet has ever cooked up, one thing is certain: the tea is scorching, the drama is premium, and this rabbit hole has no bottom. The moment social media began circulating the rumor that Towanda Braxton had somehow been connected to a supposed leak involving documents tied to Ashley, the entire internet shifted into a frenzy that felt bigger than anything the Braxton family had faced in years. What started as a quiet whisper on a late-night live stream quickly mutated into a digital wildfire, spreading across comment sections, gossip forums, and TikTok breakdowns faster than anyone could blink. Users began stitching old interview clips, reposting blurry screenshots, piecing together timelines with the confidence of people who suddenly believed they had a degree in investigative journalism. And once Tamar Braxton's name appeared in the center of the speculation, everything went from casual curiosity to full-scale chaos. According to the rumor cycles spinning across the timeline, Towanda had allegedly posted something she was not supposed to touch. Nobody had proof, nobody had a confirmed source, and nobody had seen anything verified. The internet behaved exactly like it always does, building a narrative out of fragments and speculation until it felt like a blockbuster storyline, even though no one knew the true context or whether any of it was real. The conversation exploded into theories suggesting there might be more beneath the surface. This was enough to make Tamar respond on livestream with a level of intensity that instantly convinced viewers she was fed up with something. Even though she never mentioned Towanda directly, people took her tone, her words, her pacing, and her facial expressions as clues, dissecting them frame by frame as if they were decoding a secret message. Meanwhile, Towanda's silence only fueled the speculation further. The lack of a comment became its own form of evidence in the minds of those determined to build a narrative. They pulled out old footage of family disagreements, resurfaced years-old arguments, and pieced together a storyline based entirely on public perception and long-running fan theories rather than confirmed facts. Every clip became a clue. Every pause became meaningful. Every side eye became a sign. And as internet detectives resurfaced discussions about Ashley's background, people began pushing the idea that there were unanswered questions that needed exploring. Even though none of these conversations were backed by verified information, comment sections buzzed with users insisting they had always sensed tension, while others claimed the entire saga was nothing more than exaggerated assumptions blown out of proportion by people who love drama more than accuracy. But none of that stopped the speculation from growing. The conversations spiraled into deeper rabbit holes as users revisited the family's past issues, reality show conflicts, and public disagreements, turning each moment into puzzle pieces that might explain why Tamar reacted the way she did. Whether any of it had real weight or not, the internet was committed to turning the rumor into an epic storyline, convincing itself that something monumental was unfolding behind the scenes, if nothing had been verified by anyone involved. As the online speculation grew louder and more chaotic, the internet took the rumor about Towanda's supposed involvement and expanded it into a full-scale investigation that no one had asked for, but everyone suddenly felt obligated to join. The theory builders were working overtime, pulling out old interviews, forgotten live streams, rare behind-the-scenes clips, and even distant memories from real-live television episodes in an attempt to connect them to the current rumor storm. People who had not followed the Braxton family in years suddenly returned with dramatic confidence, insisting they remembered moments that hinted at unspoken tension or unexplained emotional reactions, turning small gestures into large symbolic clues. Meanwhile, fan pages claimed to have insider knowledge, although none of their claims had any verified source behind them. Screenshots appeared with captions like, "Someone close to the situation said," and anonymous messages circulated in private groups where people confidently reenacted the entire saga as if they were writing a documentary script. The rumor mill grew so intense that even the most casual comment was treated like a revelation, and social media users began insisting that Ashley's own silence was meaningful, even though she had not acknowledged any part of the discussion. Some insisted she looked emotional in an old clip. Others claimed her facial expression in a random throwback hinted at hidden pain. And still others suggested she had once made a vague statement that could now be reinterpreted under this new lens. Again, none of this was confirmed or verified, but that did not slow down the digital detectives who are now theorizing about family dynamics, secret arguments, and unspoken resentments. Tamar's reactions continued to feed the speculation. People clipped her live stream responses, edited them into dramatic compilations, and slowed down certain moments as if they were analyzing footage from a crime documentary. Fans argued over whether she seemed angry at the rumor itself or angry at someone she felt betrayed by. Every blink became symbolic. Every pause became meaningful. Every breath became part of the narrative the internet was creating for her. Towanda remained quiet, and that silence became the center of the mystery, leading people to dig deeper into her old posts, captions, and interviews. Some users insisted that certain quotes looked suspicious in hindsight, while others created timelines of events based on nothing but speculation and nostalgia. Even past family disagreements that had long been resolved were resurrected and reframed as potential clues to this new rumor storm. People questioned why certain relatives had unfollowed each other years ago, turning ancient social media behavior into supposed evidence. Comment sections filled with dramatic predictions, with some fans believing the rumor was simply internet exaggeration and others insisting something massive was unfolding behind the scenes. The lack of official statements from anyone involved only added fuel to the fire, leaving viewers to fill every gap with theories of their own imagination, whether any of it had substance or not. The rumor cycle kept building, and the tension kept rising as people waited for someone to break the silence as the speculation continued spiraling across every corner of social media. The atmosphere around the entire situation grew even more intense because people were no longer simply repeating the rumor but crafting elaborate theories about how the Braxton family might respond once someone finally addressed what the internet had turned into a spectacle of confusion. Users began predicting the possible fallout, imagining everything from dramatic family sit-downs to emotional statements to complete social media silence, with each imagined scenario gaining momentum as though it were a confirmed plan. Some fans insisted that Tamar would soon return online with a powerful message to clarify everything, while others argued she might choose to remain quiet to avoid inflaming the conversation. Still others believed that Towanda's next move would determine the direction of the narrative because her silence had become the core of curiosity. And without any real information to ground the discussion, the internet filled every gap with its own assumptions. The theories grew more dramatic as people debated whether the family might address the rumor publicly or simply pretend the conversation never existed. Viewers also speculated about how Ashley might respond if the rumors reached her directly, imagining emotional reactions, statements of dismissal, or complete detachment from the narrative, even though she had not acknowledged anything related to the rumor. Comment sections built entire storylines around her imagined perspective. Some users believed she might be overwhelmed by how quickly the rumor grew, while others insisted she was probably unaware of the exaggerated theories entirely. Gossip accounts created countdowns predicting when a family member would post something that could be interpreted as a response. People waited for cryptic captions, inspirational quotes, or the smallest shift in online activity. A simple like became significant. A brief comment became a clue. A change in profile picture became a discussion point. Every move was monitored by thousands of eyes searching for meaning. As people constructed these dramatic outcomes, they also imagined the consequences of the rumor spread. Some argued the public fascination might eventually force the family into addressing the speculation, while others insisted the Braxtons had experienced enough media storms to simply ignore this one and wait for the internet to move on. The absence of official statements made the rumor feel suspended in the air, neither confirmed nor dismissed, leaving a vacuum where imagination thrived. By this point, the conversation had grown so large that fans began warning each other to remember that none of the claims were verified. But their caution was buried beneath waves of exaggerated predictions. The rumor lived entirely in the realm of social media storytelling, growing stronger with every repost, every comment, and every dramatic theory. And as the days continued without clarity, the situation remained suspended between curiosity and confusion while the internet watched closely, waiting for someone connected to the family to break the stillness with even a single word. So now that the dust has settled, at least for the moment, the real question becomes, what happens next? Because the internet has built an entire storm out of rumors, theories, and late-night speculation. And only time will reveal whether anyone involved chooses to clarify anything. But until that moment arrives, I want to hear from you, because your perspective shapes how these conversations unfold. Do you think social media exaggerated everything? Or is there something deeper hiding beneath all the noise and confusion? Do you believe this rumor was simply another case of the internet overreacting? Or does the silence from everyone involved make you wonder what is really going on behind the scenes? Share your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments below. And if you want more breakdowns of the biggest online mysteries and the wildest trending stories, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next deep dive.